Hi, my name's Eric. First video in English, so this is gonna be interesting. But I wanted to make like a short form video where I discuss some stuff that's been on my mind lately in regards to consistency over intensity with like training, mindset, whatever. So the thing is, and I'm gonna use like scootering and physical training as an example because that's what I mostly do. I feel like consistency is a lot more valuable and creates so much more progression than intensity does. Okay, so let's say you practice your art, craft, sport, whatever, 4 to 6 times a week, but you don't burn yourself out every time you train. Then you'll leave yourself wanting more and you'll get more done in the long run. Like, generally you'll get more volume in a couple of weeks or a couple of months or even some years than you would if you only practice like 2 to 3 times a week really hard. Because if you practice really hard, you need to recover, rest, both mentally and physically often if you burn out. That's happened to me before if I practice too hard on the scooter or in the gym. And then you'll have like less energy, both physically and mentally. Like, you'll have less motivation, less of a drive, and you'll have to rely more on really pushing yourself every time, because you have to push yourself to that thing you really love. Like, I don't want to burn out and feel like I have to go scootering. I get to do it. I love it. I love it so much, and I want to feel like that every time I'm gonna go ride. I try to push myself every time I ride so that I have progression, yet I mainly practice and focus on routine and consistency on my tricks, doing the same tricks every time I ride to get better at them, and then in the end of the session maybe pushing myself, learning some new tricks, some new lines, whatever. And then because I leave myself wanting more and I focus on recovery and not burning myself out when I'm riding, then I can go ride really good the next day and the next day after that without any days off. Maybe one day off in a week to just relax my muscles and injuries if I have them. But overall, I can create more progression and more momentum with my progression, if that makes any sense. Although I push myself hard, I only practice at the amount of 70 to 80% of my max so that I won't get burnt out. Because if you get burnt out in a training session or whatever, just one day, you'll get really tired, and then you might have to use like 2 to 3 days, maybe even a week or some weeks if the session was that hard, to get back the flow and the momentum and the, let's say, motivation or the energy that made you want to do the thing, you know. But if you can create some momentum, some flow, then it'll all compound and you'll have a lot more progression in the long run. And even in the short run, if you really focus on consistency over intensity. Okay, I think this is a really interesting topic, so I want to make more videos on it, and I want to make more videos like this one. Let's say mindset, philosophy, self-improvement type stuff, because I learned so much from scootering, like with adversity and injuries and repeating and attempting tricks over and over and over again. And I feel like there's a lot to discuss, so I want to make more of these videos. Please follow me on Instagram if you like this content, because I've tried to post more there. And of course, subscribe to me here. Comment what you liked, what you want to see, if there's anything you want me to do specifically or something you want me to do better. And I'm gonna keep posting, preferably once a week at least, on YouTube. And next week, in Easter, I'm going to the Netherlands to ride and practice in all the sick parks that are there with a couple of homies. So be on the lookout for some nice quality vlogs from there. Maybe both in English and Norwegian, but we'll see. Hopefully in English, since it's not in Norway. But anyways, until then, peace.